Hello, fellow hunters, and welcome back to Call of the Wild. In today's episode, it's going to be another short one today. We're just going to try to make our way up to this outpost over here and see what we can find along the way. We got ourselves a dusky grouse in the last one, a gold one, actually. It was, wasn't too shabby. And then we took ourselves a shot at a Manitoban elk, but it was just way out of range, and we did kill it, but unfortunately, it was so far away, and we were too close to our outpost that I just really didn't want to take the extra time to run and go get it. And as I said in the last episode, you do things in a video game you wouldn't necessarily do in real life. So, maybe one day we'll come and stumble across that guy again, collect the harvest, and then clear them off the board. But from a gameplay perspective, it doesn't really hurt us very much to just, take a shot, kill an animal, and then it just sits there. It's not really that big of a deal. Today's going to be another very short episode just because, I'm running low on time right now, and I have other things I need to get to. So we're going to do our best to get to our next outpost as directly as we can, while still keeping an eye out for any animals that might pop up along our path. So, I don't really know what my plan is for the future of this series, other than, there's the problem that I've had with this series is that it's a very niche thing, and I've had a hard time growing an audience with it. Like my Elite Dangerous stuff, I don't know, most of the games that I play are all niche stuff that not that many people really want to watch. And then also just the fact that, as a person who has a niche personality myself, I don't know how you say that. I'm not going to be the kind of person, like, I'm not a bombastic personality where people are going to want to watch me because of all the crazy stuff I do. So, trying to grow an audience for a lot of different things is just very difficult. So, I take a break from this game. I play it when I feel like playing it, and that's more what decides whether I do it, rather than, how many views it gets. So that's why I end up taking breaks, because I never get to the point where I'm consistently getting enough views to make it worth playing when I don't feel like it. And then I get bored and I get burnt out and I just don't want to play anymore. So, it would be nice if this could become a series where, I get a comparable number of views to this as my other content sometimes gets, but it just never seems to get that way. Every once in a while we'll break 100 on a video, but most of the time it's like 30 or 40. And that's all it ever gets. And that's just kind of discouraging, that's all. But yeah, I'm just filling time because we need to talk about something while we wait for something to show up. We are trying to walk into the wind as best we can to make sure that we're not going to give away our position with our scent. But this part of the map doesn't really seem to have enough in the way of open areas for me to find too many things. And I tend to prefer nice big open spaces so I can take nice long-range sniper-style shots if I can get away with it. But, yeah, we're just walking through this valley right now, waiting to see if anything catches our attention. Not sure that it's going to, and that's fine if it doesn't. As I've said in every video that since we came back and started this map, our primary goal is opening up the map for fast travel and exploring and getting all of the visual stuff done and finding our need zones and all of that kind of stuff. That is the primary goal of what we're trying to get accomplished in our process right now. If we can get other things done along the way, like hunting and getting trophies and things like that, that's great, but it is not our primary purpose. So while it kind of sucks that we're not seeing anything right now, one of the great things about doing exploration-related tasks is that even if you're not, like, getting hunting done, you're at least getting something done. It's one of the nice things. Like, me personally, one of the things I'm interested in doing is, like, sailing around the world. I want to get a boat. I want to get a sailboat and sail around the world. And one of the reasons why, something like that you would think would be boring as hell would, feel like you're just sitting around and not doing anything most of the time is that, yeah, you're sitting around and not doing anything most of the time, but you are also covering miles, which means you're getting something done. And for me, one of the best things in the world is when you feel like you're accomplishing something. When you feel like one of the more satisfying things back in the day when computers were much slower was when, you know, the progress bar was just moving as during an install or whatever. Or, you know, just one of the reasons why like role-playing in games and stuff like that are so satisfying is just you watch that experience point bar fill up, and it's like, ooh, you know, I'm making progress. I'm getting something done. And so it's really nice when you're able to do that. It's really, really nice when you're able to do that. So I think what we'll do, since, you know, if we don't find anything really cool before we get to our outpost over here, and this video is already very short, we may go ahead and grab this, and then we might head up to that point of interest over there, whatever that might be. And then that'll probably be it. I mean, I do need to make this a pretty short video, given my schedule for today, but I don't want to make it like a 6-minute video. That would suck. That would kind of suck. So we'll grab this, and then hopefully we can run up and grab the other point of interest over there. And then in our next episode, we can make our way over here to grab these lookout points over there. I think that's what we're going to try to get done. A mating call from a female mule deer, 300 meters off, and 300 to 400 meters off in that direction. So I'm actually going to get a little bit of a height advantage, hopefully. And if we're lucky, they'll be in a spot where we can see it. But I don't really need a mule deer, so if it's not going to be a really good one, like if there's not a male over there and it's not a really good one, then I don't know. I don't see anything over there. We'll continue on towards our waypoint here. We'll crest this little ridge here and see if we can spot them. Most of the time, though, with the deer, my experience at least has been that it's a group of females all by themselves. It's usually the way that goes. I'm pretty sure they're in this stand of trees over here. I don't know. We'll keep an eye out just to see if there's anything out in the open. I don't see anything, though. I have to imagine they're in the trees here somewhere. Yeah, because they weren't, I don't think they were down in the valley, were they? I don't see anything moving around. I'm pretty sure they're in that stand of trees right there. They're probably hanging out and waiting for a buck to show up, but like I said, I'm a little short on time, and our primary goal is to get this and the other little waypoint done. So, you know, we take shots of opportunity when they present themselves. That doesn't really count as one of them. I would have to take a bunch of time to go stalking into that forest to go get a shot at something, and it almost certainly is going to end up that it's just a bunch of females sitting there. So I don't know that it actually makes sense for us to go do that. Let's go get this. Let's go get this outpost unlocked, and then we'll run over and grab this guy here. And then tomorrow's episode, we can head east and grab the other stuff that's over in that direction. So this is going to be another campfire up here. It looks like campfire with a tent. That's kind of cool. We're all fired up. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so we'll set this as our next waypoint. We'll go ahead and just do this like this because I don't necessarily want to head up and over the next when we're ready to move on to our next thing, so we're just going to go ahead and do it this way. And I just need to fill in another minute or so of stuff because, you know, why not? And if we see something over there, we'll take a shot at it. It looks like it might be a lake. A frozen over lake, which means there could be some kind of something cool to take a shot at when we get over there, so entices you to stick around for the end of the episode. See if we find anything cool out on the ice that we can take a shot at. So yeah, 150 meters to go. We'll get our waypoint. It's probably, I think it's just hunting stands on this one as far as the points of interest go, which is honestly kind of disappointing. I actually do like the maps that have actual points of interest on them rather than just hunting stands, because you get a bunch of information about the area that you're in, and it's really nice. So let's go see what this is. Then we'll take a look at the lake and see if there's anything cool on it. And if not, we'll call it a day. Oh, it actually is a point of interest, Very nice. Okay. So, I do want to read this, but let's take a second to look at the lake and make sure that there's nothing out on it that would be easy for us to do something with. It does not look like it. That kind of sucks. So named for the percussive reverberations upon its surface, heard far and wide across the snowy stillness, this lake is almost perpetually frozen all year round. It's called Drum Lake. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. You can contribute to the channel if you so choose by hitting that thanks button or visiting the PayPal and Patreon links in the description. Contributions are greatly appreciated and help us move towards turning this channel into something substantial. So thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for our next hunt, and I'll see you for the next one.